It's time for some football. Welcome to Northwest Stadium in Landover. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Luke McCaffrey now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm. Brock, what a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
He may have been drafted second in 2024, but Daniels was the rookie we couldn't stop talking about last season nor take our eyes off of. He really, Kate, put the capital D in dual threat. 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns passing, and almost 900 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. First carry now for Austin Eckler. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
It's 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Getting the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Falcons nothing.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
On the return, here's Ray McLeod. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So out here the Falcons for their first possession. And they're brought out by the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Out of your alma mater, the University of Washington, Michael Penix Jr.
The former Husky got a 3-star audition to end his rookie season. Kate, and those results, well, as you'd expect, were a little mixed. Some highlight reel making throws and some opportunities to learn from as well. But now the 8th pick, he's going to get the ball in his hands running his own team.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Cut out left. And he's tackled for no gain.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They go play action. Here's Penix. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Penix working from the gun. Gets this one to London. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Atlanta.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Again, Penix to the air. Pass is caught, that's Darnell Mooney. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. That's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Staying with Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Running back sent in motion. Mooney will go in motion left. Penix throwing, third and 2. Hits his running back. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 3. And the Falcon first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. In there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Penix here from the gun. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. From the shotgun, Penix. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
Koo able to put it through. And hold on, everyone. There's a Commanders player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention.
Bradley Pinion.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Jukes one defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Back out on the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's what gives here. It's Eckler. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's running for it. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll motion Brown right. Now Daniels off the play action. Steps up and he's running with it. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
It's a gain of 20.
I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass. And then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
That one's complete, right side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is Eckler on 2nd. Juke the defender. And they're going to stop him after a 4-yard gain. That means 1st and goal is coming up.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Trying to run in, Eckler. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Trying again with Eckler. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Call it 5 yards on that play. He gets him to the 2, 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. Eckler, and he runs it across, touchdown! The Commanders now lead by 10. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11.
Commanders 14, Falcons 3.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. Jukes out a one-stop. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. A toss now to Robinson. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Penix looking to pass. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. A handoff for Robinson, running right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Luvu there for the tackle.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Carry for Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Pitts. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Pass complete to number 8, Kyle Pitts.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Play fake, Penix. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Penix now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. An option give to Robinson. And he comes through big here, 9 yards, it's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the Commanders' 30-yard line.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Mooney will go in motion left. On 2nd down, Robinson. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Third and just 2 to go. To the air with Penix. He's got time here. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo after the field goal. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defense linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Now Penix off the play action. He's keeping it again. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's Robinson. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. Again, it's Robinson. And this time he gets in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 4.
Commanders 14, Falcons 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders, their running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the Stix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Following the play, we have an injured Commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He finds Eckler out of the backfield. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on 1st down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Daniels now. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Let's go right now. Look, baby. Come on, guys. Let's make a play here.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Hands off to Eckler out of his own read. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Gay to add the extra point.
The point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11.
Score, Commanders 21, Falcons 10.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Throw right side, caught by Mooney. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 32. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That one gains 7. And the Falcons will have a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Penix to throw. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down, Falcons.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Penix on first down. He's going to keep it this time. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Penix now on first down. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, yeah, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
Here's Agnew on the return. Escapes a defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And as they get set, Parker, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Starting the half with Robinson. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Staying with Robinson. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Penix on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Penix here from the gun. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Hits his running back. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Behind Diablo there on the tackle.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Play action now with Daniels. Connects on the crosser. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He goes right back to Samuel. And he's going to go out of bounds before he's going to make anything of that effort, partner. Going to be a loss of, it looks like, about 1 on first down.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He's him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. Daniels is going to throw again. This is hauled in by Samuel. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're set up at the 35 now. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Daniel's going to keep it. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. And after the play, one of the Falcons still out there injured. So we'll get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders lead by 15 now.
The score, Commanders 28, Falcons 13.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
Here's Agnew on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Penix now. Short pass brought in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Into traffic, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They're going play fake with Penix. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a pickup of 11. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Atlanta.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
They put a receiver in motion here left. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Falcons football, a nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. From the shotgun, Penix. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons elected to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Koo able to put it through and doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Bradley Pinion
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Samuel now to return it. Jukes one defender. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First call here coming from the shotgun. Daniels back to throw. Sets up the screen. Eckler. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Daniels going to keep it. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Hand off now to Eckler. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Daniels setting up the play action. Steps up, and he's running with it. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Washington Commanders.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Has a man, it's Ertz. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Trying to run in, Eckler. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bbit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders have likely locked up the win right there. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders go up by 19.
Commanders 35, Falcons 16.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Challenges, double coverage, and it's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Now comes the Commander offense for another series. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now Daniels off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders put up even more points in a win. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead.
42, Falcons 16.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
Washington.
Here's Agnew on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. You know, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
On 2nd down, Robinson. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the 1st. He's at the 34.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Penix here from the gun. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air with Penix. Got it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looked like a Falcon swooped in and got to that football. Yes, they recovered. They're keeping possession.
Follow-on play. Recovered by the offense.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Trying for it with Penix. Gets this one to London. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
2nd down carry for Algier. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. So score this as a win for the Commanders. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ballgame.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.